Hello, hello, hello.
All right. Hello, you
Welcome
guys.
back.
Welcome back. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Hi, Ladrise. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. I just left the gym, honey. I ain't had time to do nothing, but I'm good. I
You
was like, oh,
good?
I told my daughter, yeah, she was gonna drive. She went with
Uh-huh.
me to the gym, so I was like, you driving back home because I gotta hurry and get back. My podcast. So she was looking
Okay,
like
okay.
I'm tired, so I end up driving back. But yeah, so I'm good. How was your day?
Good. It was good. It was a good day. I got out today, so I got out for a little bit. It was good. Got some good fresh air. Yes,
Ooh, good. So you did some walking because I know your back was
I
hurting. You
did.
did some walking. Oh,
I
good.
did. I did. I was able to get in the car and out of the car, but I still had the back brace on, but I'm good.
But you're good. Okay.
I am good. Yeah. No
Well, good.
spasms. I'm good.
So then, yeah, you're good. All right, you guys. So you can see today our title um is snatched or pressured. Women, the BBLs, and those big mummy makeovers. So Kim,
Mm.
I wanted to this is why I wanted to touch this today. I
Why?
saw something where Cardi B, which
Mhm.
I think she's out of pocket because she's still married. But anyways, the guy she was dating seems he made a comment about the the bad part of the BBL, right? Outside
Right.
of the funny shape and errors of that nature,
Mhm.
um, about how bad they smell. So
Mm.
it I had heard it before, and I will say the very first time I heard it though was maybe about 3 weeks ago. I saw it on another post. A friend of mine who I'm pretty close with, she was saying that a woman posted and was talking about how bad it smelled and why she got rid of it. So it just made me think, why do us women go through something like that, right?
Mhm.
The extreme stuff, the mommy makeover, the BBLs. And I wanted to know, is that really about us or something more? Do
Well,
you have any thoughts about it?
my thoughts are I think people do things for different reasons.
Mhm.
So maybe, when people want to get cosmetic surgeries, it's for different reasons. It could be for them, it could be for them to get the attention of someone else.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it could be more than one reason. Me, myself, I'm with God. This is what you gave me, these little apples or whatever. That's what I'm okay. But
She said the
you
little
have that
apples.
the
The
people
little pencil erasers. That's what I was
you
saying about my
better say,
mom.
baby, what? I just feel like people enhance. We
Yeah.
enhance with hair. We enhance with
Yeah.
makeup.
Mhm.
People
Mhm.
enhance, they enhance the breast and the butt. They enhance, and people
But I
do it for
wonder if is the BBLs and the mummy makers makeovers, because I will tell you, I once thought about it, right? So
Mhm.
I wondered, is it pressure of acceptance? When I say
Mm.
that, a lot of people think it's you're doing it for attention. You are. Any type of way you want to look at it, it's still going to come back to attention, whether it's attention for yourself to feel good, it's attention from men, it's attention from other women. So I think
Mhm.
it's like you, it's going to be various reasons, right? But attention definitely is in there.
And then people, not all people, but
Mhm.
most people in the world now, um, they kind of get the raw deal. I'm gonna just give you an example. Like,
Okay.
it makes them want to do it. Some people, not all, when they come into this kind of thing, I've seen it on YouTube. They were, I think they were in Miami somewhere, and
Uh-huh.
they were trying to get into the club, and because they were dark skinned and they were big, kind of had a little weight on them, they couldn't
Mhm.
get in the club. So they had to be, I guess, slim, light, long hair.
Mhm. So in other words, they had me
So,
back in the 90s, the
or
80s and
they
the
had to have,
90s.
well, I'm sure they had BBLs.
Huh? In the 80s and the 90s? Oh,
No,
okay.
no, I'm saying now. This was happening like a
Oh,
few
gotcha.
days
No, no.
ago.
You said I'm sure they had BBLs. Who are you talking about when you say
The
they?
people in the club, the ones that they were
Oh, that
letting
was
in there,
already let in. Gotcha.
right. I'm sure
Mhm.
they were like the Instagram model type girls.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the ones that were trying to get in, they weren't allowed because they were darker skinned and they were heavy
Mhm.
set. So
Mhm.
I feel like some of that could cause people, some people, to want to
Mhm.
go and get cosmetic surgeries to fit
Mhm.
in, to
Right.
feel like,
Pressure.
look, I can get, yep, pressure. I can
Yeah.
get, let me do this and I can get him, or I can get her. I mean, well, I can get whoever.
Right. That's what I was saying. Is it's really
Yeah.
about they want to get snatched for themselves, or is it really pressure? Because so for myself, right, I'll be vulnerable here. I have
Mm-hmm.
5 children that I birthed, right?
Right.
Never had a C-section. Never really had a problem with like having a huge gut. Even though I've had 5 children.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think from seeing it over and over and over again, plus my weight had gotten up there too. But from seeing it over and over again, the people with the almost not being funny, they had the same body though. That was
They,
that
yeah.
was the downside, right? No matter how much
Yeah.
weight I did gain, I still kept my shape. But I found myself wanting to remove a piece of fat from the back, right? Like around the
Mm-hmm.
bra strap. And it's not
Yeah.
even that big, right? I
Right.
found myself wanting to remove that little piece, not get fake breasts, but lift my natural breast. I found out that was a thing. I didn't need to do anything with my butt, honey, because it's just naturally there. Let my husband tell it ain't that big. Yeah,
Naturally.
that's a lie. But
Naturally. It's
yeah, he
big,
tried to,
bruh. Yeah.
girl, he tried to down like I don't have no booty. But
Yeah.
look,
What?
so I even, sent the pictures in, and the doctor told the lady that did my consult, oh, he said, you don't need no BBL. I said, I wasn't trying to get a BBL. That was never
Because
a part of
that's
it.
what he's so used
But
to
he
that.
immediately saw it and was like, yeah, she don't need one. I was like, no, I knew I have a butt. Um,
Mhm.
but I did find myself wanting, and here's another piece. My husband's younger than me too. So I found myself wanting to tighten some stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm glad, I thank God I did not do it. I didn't do any of it, right? But I did get caught up in the, oh, well, what if I can go back in time, right?
Mhm.
Um, but I feel it's not necessary. I had to get back to where I love me.
That's
And
right.
I love me with the changes and the growth. And
Mhm.
the beautiful thing is, I don't want to erase the fact that I birthed 5 freaking children.
You better believe it.
I am a mother. And
I
go ahead.
go. I feel like Holly Berry, like she said, people, it's a mind thing. If you
Yeah. Yes.
retrain your mind,
Hmm.
change your thinking.
Yeah.
Holly Berry said her mother made her sleep in a bra every night
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
keep her breast perky. She
Yeah.
never had to go get anything because she
Right.
did what it took to do it.
That's how we did
And
when we was younger. Me and my sister. Yeah. We
right,
always slept in a bra. Yep.
yes, you keep them perky.
Yep.
And because so much cosmetic and you see the immediate change,
Yeah.
people run to that. And no, you can take care of your body because people
Right.
are getting sick from this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just thought it was so mean of him to, I don't care for her. I'll say that, for other
Who?
reasons. Cardi
Who?
B. Cardi B.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
for him to get on there and really down her for her that insecurity, and really just go into the, well, it stinks so bad. I don't know. I think sometimes men can be no, not sometimes men can be cruel. And I just thought all the things that women do, for one, to look good. We do want to look at ourselves in the mirror with no clothes on and go, okay, we're human. So I get that, wanting to look at yourself and love what you see. But we also want our man to enjoy it, right? So I think the pressures got to her because when you see her before and her after, extreme change, right? And so
Mhm.
she's done those things, but I just feel like maybe the conversation should be had when woman to woman. Women, we can start having these conversations to talk to each other and to have self-love. It's not about we don't care what a man think and what a man see, because that's a lie, right? But we've got to get them to understand natural bodies are it. There's
It,
nothing
I,
wrong with a
it's crazy.
natural body, whether that booty is little, it's in
That's right.
between, or it's humongous. Stretch
That's
marks,
right.
titties may
In
start,
all.
breast may start to come down a little bit. We've had children, we've breastfed.
That's
So
right.
this is the circle of life. We have
That's
got
right.
to also educate these men. Now, if they want to go out there and get the false things, remember, I think there's a lot that comes with it. That's why that ain't the type of man I'm trying to have leave my household anyway. But
Hmm.
remember, I was saying I want men to do better in their selections. That's one of them. Stop being so superficial. A lot of
Hmm.
times, we as women do go out and do these dangerous things because, like you said, even with something as simple as, which is so sad, can't get in the club. You know what I mean? The
Hmm.
pressure behind
Hmm.
being so judgmental of the outside of
Hmm.
us women.
And then
It,
when you go get these enhancement for the men and they do something like this, talk about you, it's
girl.
not right.
It's not. It's horrible. And
I
then when they
don't
talk
care.
about you, that's what they chase. It's funny how he's dogging her. And I think they said she came back and said something what most women say, try to go, well, not all, but most I've heard say something about his penis side, right? She tried
Mhm.
to hit him back. But
But she shouldn't have to do that.
no, absolutely. She should not have. But I just find it so horrible, horrific that men claim they don't want this type of woman. That ain't what they looking for, but that's exactly what they on social media scrolling for. And then as
Yeah.
soon as they have an opportunity to get with the person who more than likely may have some type of self-esteem issue, because we all go through it. No, none of us are perfect, right? May have
Right.
some self-esteem issue, which can dive into us taking on something like this, and then kind of like hitting her at her lowest. You think she don't smell it? So it's kind of like, why not be a man and have a conversation with her privately, which they shouldn't have been together anyway, because she's still married and so is her husband. But they doing their thing, and I just thought, how how petty of him to do it openly, to talk about that, versus maybe sitting down with his brothers and saying, yo, man, maybe we need to talk to these women, let them know they don't need to be having these BBLs and stuff like that, because because he can see that something's off. But instead, he want to get on social media and
Yeah.
blast her for something they prefer.
Yes. That they prefer that women are getting
Yeah.
some of them, like I say, some people are getting it for themselves, for their own personal whatever,
So,
for their
so when you say
self.
the person, oh, go ahead. You
Yeah.
gotta finish your statement. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, they're getting this for themselves, but some of them are getting them for the fame and the fortune and the men. And doing these things, if you look, the longevity of relationships are not lasting.
No matter what your body look like or that face look like. So let me say this. So when you say um they're doing it for themselves, okay.
Mhm.
Here's why I know women like to say that I'm not doing it for a man. Here's why I also threw in they also doing it for other women, meaning attention, right?
Right.
But even when they say they're doing it for themselves, that's the only one. Even though I hear them say it, I find it hard to believe that's what it's really about. Here's why. If they do it for themselves and get no attention, there's crickets. No one says
But
anything. How do you
but I
what,
don't
how
I
would they
don't
feel?
think I don't think they will. I don't think they are doing it for attention. Maybe some a percentage, but I think some of them are doing it because they want to make sure they are in the running.
That's
They
attention
look
though.
just as
How
good
is that
as
not
the next
attention?
person.
But if you're in the running, that's attention. Okay, let me ask you this. If you're in the running, what are you running
Mhm.
for?
I mean, to stay
The what
for
now?
to
Say it one more
get your
time for me.
husband, or your significant other or
So
whoever
so
you're
is
looking
it
for.
for isn't that attention? Because you have to get their attention first. Because if you're doing it to your body to say, I'm trying to get my husband, or I'm trying because it's still you're trying to be seen. That's attention.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
going along with the lines when they try to say, I'm not doing this for no man. I just call bullshit because
Mhm.
you're doing it for attention. That's why I say, even if it's for yourself to look in the mirror and that's attention. But let me say this. I don't believe, again, 100% that it's not for a man to notice or other women to compliment you. Because again, if they receive not one compliment, because they're saying it just for them, how do you think they would feel? They're going to feel unseen. That's why I call BS on it, and I think it's pressure. Because
I, I
because you
really
want,
don't know where it come from because I'm trying to figure out when did it start and how did it start because I'm an
I
older
don't know
person.
either. I
I'm an
don't.
older
Well, let me
person
say this: did
in
it
the
start with the
90s.
Kardashians
No, it may have because
trying to
in the
make their
90s,
body
if
look
you go
like?
back, yeah, if you go back and just look at all the videos, because we had videos in the 90s. So if you go back and look at all the videos and all the celebrities, they were small, they had small
Yes,
breasts, they wore
yes,
clothes, they didn't have
yes,
any butts, and
yes.
they were people wanted them. You know what I'm saying? They were wanted. They were wanted.
Mm.
They were looked at. They were sexy.
And
So
but you
what
still
is
had. I think that was the select. Unfortunately, I do believe that was more so trying to get the. So back then they had this European look, right?
right?
But you had black women. I don't care how small we are, we were shapely.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, when you go back to like the 80s and the 90s and the videos, those girls were slim, but they still had a shape.
That's what I'm
So what
saying.
I
They didn't,
think happened was they
and it was
eventually wanted
natural.
the other women, yeah, to have that look. That's what I think happened. And it got out of hand. Now the
Mm.
timeline for I really don't know. I think we all looked up and it was there, right? It was like
Yeah,
bam
it was
in our
there.
faces.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think it just wasn't about being snatched. I really think it's the pressure of the world. And I think we've got to first acknowledge we do care how others see us.
Mm-hmm.
We care whether it's a man or a woman because if I see a woman who's dressed nice, shaped nice, I'm like, oh, gone girl. I have no
I do
problem giving
too.
that sister,
I do.
whomever, a
I do
compliment.
too. Mm-hmm.
Now, so when people say they're not doing it for other people, I just think we first have to acknowledge it is an issue that we care about what others think, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
if someone say, "Oh, you look old," versus "Oh, you look young," you still
Yeah.
appreciate that, and it's okay to appreciate recognition. So I think first we got to realize why we do it and acknowledge that it's truth. Then
Right.
maybe we can get away from the pressure. But the men have got to be honest and not just have these women going out here feeling like they're inefficient, going out here getting stuff that they claim they really don't want. And even if they want it temporarily, they're still wrong because they're pushing us into this danger zone
The
of going
society.
in and getting all these tucks and not even
Mm-hmm.
paying attention to y'all wouldn't even be on earth if it wasn't for our bodies going through these changes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where's the
Mm-hmm.
appreciation of life? Because our
And
bodies
God,
go through the changes because we brought you here.
right. And God can, he have and he is, he can stop the aging. I mean, you will still age, but he will still keep you looking flawless, but you will still be aging. And but people have done so much to their bodies, you can't tell the natural from the real. I mean, from the fake.
Hmm. Well, I wanted people to look at me and say, "Oh, she got her butt done," but I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right there. If they look at your
Yeah,
butt, they will
they
say you
might
got
be
your
right,
butt done
but no.
because it is a big butt. But that
Wait, wait, wait a minute, Rebecca.
you been had that butt,
It,
Dora. You've had
look,
that
and
butt forever.
you know what's so crazy? I don't even think I got it until like 19,
Those babies.
18, 19. Before my
Mm-hmm.
baby, like 18, like
You
right
were
out of high
little.
school, 'cause I
Yeah.
wasn't doing sports. I think soon as I stopped doing sports, which was my junior year, I just decided I tried to do the track, and I was just like, I don't want to do no sports. So like my junior year, I stopped. So I want to say my senior year, I turned 18 at the beginning of my senior year. I want
Mm-hmm.
to say I started noticing a lot, right?
Because it was getting rubbed.
Because I was still up and down. I was like a 7, 8, maybe a
I
9.
said was
But
getting rubbed.
wait a minute, don't do that. So then,
Ah.
so then, don't be telling my business. So then, so then but it was still, I was still almost straight up and down, minus, just a little pop. And
Mhm.
even up until I had my second child, when I had my second baby, I still hadn't gained, no weight or anything like that majorly. So after that though, yeah, it's my butt got big. You
And it
know,
was natural.
yeah,
And you stayed
natural.
in the gym to keep
Yeah,
it did you stay in the gym to keep it together?
right, right.
Mhm.
And I do the gym thing because, understanding that this is a body that is on loan, right? And I have to take
Mhm.
care of, my body. And
Mhm.
I want to be that grandmother. I always say great grandmother. Child, look, I'm about to be 49. I don't got no grandchildren yet. I always say great grandmother in the gym with her great grandkids, but they're like, that's your great grandmother. My
Yeah,
grandbaby's gonna
in
be
the
like,
gym.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I
Yeah.
say I want to be. So I
I
want, but
never
I
had to be in the gym.
you what now?
So, I never had to be in the gym, so when my grandkids friends see me or even strangers in the street, they think those
Mhm,
are my kids because I look
mhm,
like I look young, like I'm their
mhm,
mother,
mhm,
and I say I'm their grandmother, and they think I'm young, and
mhm.
I be like, "Nope."
Yeah.
Mhm,
I'm talking about, well, I'm more so like the body, the
mhm.
keeping up of your body, right? You
Same
would, let me
thing.
tell you, I look at like you, I be like, let me tell you, I used to tell people I got a cousin, baby. She gonna have some kids like she have, when I say zero stomach on flat, wasn't that a rap song?
Yeah.
Stomach on
Yeah, what
flat
about yeah, but baby, I be trying to stay off the donuts now, Latrice, but
flat. I
it
got you,
give me a
but you
it give me
still
a pain.
slim. You know what I
I
mean? And
know
I
I
think that's
can't keep
also
weight.
genetic. Hmm?
Yeah, it's genetic. That's why I
Yeah,
say it could be
yeah,
genetics as
yeah,
well because I
yeah,
try to gain weight.
yeah.
I take the stuff from I used to buy the stuff from the GNN store to take it
Mhm.
overnight to get the muscles like the men just to get weight, but
Oh.
baby, none of that worked. And I
No,
just
because you
and
would have to
now
be in the
I
gym.
appreciate
So
it.
what you all you would have needed to do was lift some weights, right?
Right.
Because and it would have toned, girl. Even now, well, I don't know because what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
Yeah,
but if I could, I understand what
girl,
you're saying. Yeah. Mhm.
baby.
I
Because
know
see,
it
you are
now.
already teeny
I
tiny,
know it.
baby,
I
and you
know
put
it.
them weights. They be like,
I
wait
already
a
know it.
minute,
I know it. I be trying not even let nobody see me, baby. What? Let me
girl.
chill.
They'll be like, Grandma, who?
Yeah,
What?
I don't for real.
You already
Like
got that young face, girl.
I
You get the
really
weights
don't. I
in.
don't be trying to do nothing like.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. If I could exercise though, I said
yeah,
I'll give these girls a run for their money and let you see, baby, nothing bought, nothing but this
baby.
hair, nothing but this
Mm,
hair. Would I want to
mm,
buy it? That's
mm,
it.
mm,
And no,
mm,
so
mm, mm.
if you can get it,
Yes,
you can do it. You can
yeah,
do it. You just gotta change your mind. Like
they do. They do. And I think we just got to accept ourselves and understand that we can work on it. It's not about, at
yes,
least for me, it's not necessarily about going back to how I used to be. I've given life to
yes,
five
yes,
beautiful, badass, just kidding, kind of, sort of,
yeah,
children.
yeah.
And my body have went up down, and I'm now more appreciative of the
Mhm.
sacrifice I made with my body. And whoever don't like it, don't look.
Don't look.
Don't
I
look.
thank God for my body because
Yeah,
He gave me this. I could have been missing some parts and
yeah,
all kind of stuff, but no. And then I took care. I'm not. Yeah, I maintained what He gave me,
yeah,
even up and
yeah,
down, because that's your body's up and down. I've lost weight, been so skinny, but still was healthy. I don't know
yeah.
how that was, but
Mhm.
up and down, up and down. It's like you have to have a mind set. If I had someone to tell me these things when I was younger, to Kim,
Yeah,
lift weights,
yeah,
do this, do that. You won't ever have to go and get any enhancement because you're doing it naturally. If I had someone to tell me that, then I probably would have done that. But I didn't have anyone to tell me that. You understand
right,
what I'm saying?
right,
So
right.
I'm
Me
taking
either.
care of
Yeah,
my right. So I'm taking care of my body the kind of way I know how to,
mm-hmm.
learning as I go. So
Yeah,
now I know I can tell the next generation.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can help them along. Be like, girl,
Absolutely.
you're gorgeous. You don't need anything. Enhance what you have with a little bit of something that's healthy, not
Yes.
unhealthy.
Yep.
Mhm,
Absolutely. So
mhm.
yeah, and I think I just wanted it. people to understand this is really about pressure. And we've got to let this part of the pressure go, because we are the creators of life, right?
Mhm.
Meaning, I understand that we need a man, which is why I think they're just as important when we get into this whole mother father thing. But anyway, we need the man. However, we carry that child. So
Mhm.
we've got to appreciate what our body does even after we have given birth.
Because
Because,
that,
go
yeah,
ahead.
that child has taken part of you. When you're carrying that child takes your skin, your face, your color,
Mhm.
your build. That baby takes a lot from you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a mind thing, really,
It
because people
is.
jumping out getting a snatch back body because they're watching what other people talking about. You got to get a snatch. No, baby, you
And
better
for what?
let
And the
your
other
you
piece
be
I say,
still.
he's not gonna keep a man. It may help you get one, but is that the man you really want?
I just
You
said
understand?
long-term relationships, no
Huh?
long-time relationships.
Yes.
I said
Right.
that at the beginning. There's
Yeah.
no long-time relationships because people are getting all these enhancements for these
Yeah.
relationships, and after a minute, that's not what they want.
Mm-mm. They
They
just
don't
wanted to
want
play. It
mama to,
wasn't gonna be long term.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
think people just have to change the way of thinking. Look at other look at other things for positivity,
Yeah.
not other people
Yep.
in the way they, you know, do things, because it'll cause you to do something that's not good for you in the long run.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Just because you want that quick. I say this generation behind us like the popcorn generation, like a
Mm.
microwave popcorn. Everything have to be so fast.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
how it works.
It
Think about a
isn't.
seed. Think about a seed. You got to plant it, water it, let it grow. Your body is
Mm-hmm.
almost the same. Same thing you do with a child. You plant
Mm-hmm.
that seed. That seed come out. Now you got to water it so it can grow.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to touch on that this evening, because I just thought that was, even though she's not like a favorite of mine, I just thought that was so insulting.
It is. That's
And maybe
insulting.
the women can hear it, and
And I like you
and
call it
understand that we can't do this for these men, because it's not gonna keep them.
work.
And
Self work.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Know it.
please, y'all, stop saying you ain't getting it for no man, or no attention. Let me say that. Stop saying that, because we first have to acknowledge we like to be seen. No one wants to be completely ignored. You like compliments. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a compliment. First, just be honest. Take the honesty, do the self evaluation, because I had to do mine, and get back to the basics of just the natural bodies. And the men will be all right.
Yeah. And let me say this before we end, that thank you, Latrice, for fulfilling your commitment because your husband was sick. You're trying to walk in the kingdom, take care of your husband, and still fulfill your commitment of outside things of your home. So thank you for coming on tonight.
Absolutely. And guess what? He am feeling better. He was able to
That's
walk up
good.
them stairs. Look, he walked up them stairs and looked at me and rolled his eyes. I forgot what I was saying at the moment, but it was in the beginning. But I think it probably was something about, I can't remember what it was. Girl, I'm gonna go back and listen. But he looked at me and rolled them little eyes and went on up them stairs. So he is
Of
feeling
something we
better.
were just saying.
When we first started, I can't remember what I said. Girl, I probably was talking about him. Who knows? I can't even I can't even
Okay.
remember when I was saying that he tried to say he ain't had no booty. Girl,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Cut the
Oh, he
crap.
rolled his eyes because he said, you know, you got booty. Because he's younger. He was looking at it when you got with him.
Girl, girl, and he liked big booties, but trying to act like
Mhm.
yeah, he tried to say that one time when we was in Kentucky. He slid it out. I was like, boy, stop playing now. That's one thing I ain't never been told. Oh my goodness. But anyway,
Yeah.
thank you
Yes.
guys for joining us
Thank you.
today once again. I just, wanted to have this because I really think we got to get back to I can't even say back to. I think we've got to get to loving ourselves, accepting
And
us,
no judgment.
and
No judgment.
yeah, no judgment,
Judgment
just
free.
understanding that we
Yes.
are the ones who's bringing life into this world, and our
Hmm.
bodies are going to take a sacrifice, but it's a beautiful sacrifice. Love on those stretch marks, those hip stretches, those thick thighs, the little booty you got or the big booty. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
The
Love on you.
apple. Hmm.
Hmm?
I said the apple.
Yeah, love on you.
What's that song? Apple bottom jeans,
Oh,
boot with the
with the
fur.
yeah, the whole yeah.
The whole club looking at her.
But you know what? I want to end with this. I'll say this because we can get a man whether we are petite, skinny, malnutritioned,
Yep.
just right, overweight, obese, can't get out the bed. You ever seen 600 pounds? Stop playing. Love who
And it's
you are.
because it's Genesis 2 and 18. I will make a helper to fit you, just for you. So that means everyone who believes in the Lord, God, Jesus, he has a helper made to fit you. Period.
And you don't have to do nothing extra but be you. And on that
Be
note, we will
good
see
night.
you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Kim and Latrice out. Good night.
Good night.